Welcome to the Okta release highlights. We will go over new generally available features and early access new features, so let's get started. Generally available features. Okta AD Agent version 3.16. When the executor log and coordinator log files exceed 5 MB in size, the contents roll over into executor log old and coordinator log old files. Okta Active Directory Federation Services plugin version 1.7.13. This version of the Okta Active Directory Federation Services plugin is now available for download. It includes support for Microsoft Windows Server 2022 and includes bug fixes and security hardening. This feature allows customers to use ADFS as their identity provider for applications and Okta for MFA for strong authentication for your applications. Telephony inline hook required for phone authenticator. New orgs now require a telephony inline hook to use the phone authenticator. You can connect an external telephony provider with Okta using the inline hook. Alternatively, you can acquire the Okta SMS or voice SKU. Additional resource and entitlement reports. Reports help your Okta org manage and track user access to resources, meet audit and compliance requirements, and monitor organizational security. The following reports are now available. Group Membership Report, which lists individual members of a group and how membership was granted. User App Access Report, which lists which users can access an application and how access was granted. And User Accounts Report, which lists users with accounts in Okta and their profile information. MFA Enrollment by User Report. Use this report to view the types and counts of authenticators that users in your org have enrolled. This can improve the security posture of your org by enabling you to understand the adoption of strong authenticators like Okta Verify. New Custom Admin Role Permission. Super admins can now assign View Delegated Flow permission to their custom admin roles. Chrome Device Trust Connector Integration. With the introduction of the Chrome Device Trust Connector integration for device assurance, administrators can create policies that ensure compliance with specific device requirements prior to accessing resources protected by Okta. This integration between Okta and Google facilitates access policies that receive device posture signals directly from a Google API backend, eliminating the need for any agent deployment. As a result, users logging in to a Chrome OS device or managed Chrome browser benefit from enhanced authentication security through device security signals. Authentication challenge for redirects. Users now receive an authentication challenge for each redirect sent to an identity provider with factor only configured, even if the IDP session is active. Access Testing Tool. With the Access Testing Tool, you can quickly and easily test policies and validate whether your desired security outcomes will be achieved. This tool allows you to simulate user access attributes such as IP address, device, risk, and so on, to test whether the user will be granted access to the specified application. The tool helps you identify potential security risks and compliance issues before you implement a policy. Content Security Policy Enforcement on End-User Pages. Content security policy is now enforced for end-user pages in orgs with custom domains. Content security policy headers help detect attacks such as cross-site scripting and data injection by ensuring browsers know what kind of actions the web page can execute. Future iterations of the content security policy enforcement for end-user pages will become stricter than this first release. This feature will be gradually made available to all orgs. Getting Started video for new orgs. The Getting Started page now displays an introductory video. The video provides a quick overview of the common tasks and functions for new orgs and helps admins familiarize themselves with the admin console. API Service Integration Client Secret Rotation in the admin console. New in this release is the ability to rotate client secrets for an API service integration through the admin console. Previously, if a customer wanted to update the client secret for an API service integration, they had to reinstall the integration to obtain a new client ID and secret. There was no option to revoke the client secret while maintaining the client ID and API service integration instance in Okta. With this new feature, customers can generate a new secret, deactivate an old secret, and remove a deactivated secret from the API service integration instance. These functionalities help customers implement security best practices without service downtime. New event hooks for user auth events. 2 additional event hooks are now available under user auth events. The first is user's session was cleared, and the second is user's MFA factor was updated. Additionally, an event hook to deny user access due to a condition in an authentication policy is now available to admins. Polling enhancements for Agentless DSSO. When the server is in safe mode, Agentless DSSO polling signs in a user if they are in active state in Okta. Self-service upgrades to Identity Engine. Admins can now reschedule their self-service upgrades for as soon as 2 hours or up to 30 days in the future. Let's wrap up with a look at early access features now available. Configure management attestation for mobile devices with pre-existing security key. You can now use a pre-existing security key when you configure device management for mobile devices. If you upgrade from Classic Engine, you can reuse your secret key in Identity Engine. Thanks for viewing the Okta release highlights. For additional details, please visit the Okta release notes and product notes links, which can be found in the video description.